So hi, welcome to my podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy fucking Wednesday.
Happy fucking Wednesday, dude. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
How did we go from Monday to Wednesday?
Usually we do fucking Tuesday. Usually it's like, it's actually Tuesday, but you're going to hear it on Wednesday. But no, it's Wednesday. You're going to hear it
Wednesday?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Same day shit.
Yeah. We move fast around here. We
take this shit seriously. Mm-hmm.
Very serious, man.
Yeah.
Sorry for missing the stream on Monday. We were still getting back in the saddle. But we're back. We'll be back next week finally. Doing the live stream thing again. So that's good. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. No longer any random curveballs of recording this on a Tuesday and then a Thursday and then a Saturday sometimes.
And then like a Friday maybe.
Any day except a Monday.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Gloria and I both got to go to shows this past weekend.
Fuck yeah.
You wanna alternate? I had two. I had one. You had one. So I'll go, then you go. So I'm not just talking for 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
That's good. So on Saturday, I went to see. Did I talk about the Creeper show on here? I don't remember. I don't know because we recorded on Monday. So
when did you go to the Creeper show?
Tuesday.
No.
So then I saw Creeper and Save Face at the Wonder Bar in Asbury Park.
We talked about it.
We talked about it. Yeah, that makes sense. Good. So yeah, I'm all fucking out of whack because we're recording this on a fucking Wednesday, bro.
Wednesday. This is why we can't do this shit. Okay, yeah.
Saw Creeper and Save Face last Tuesday. This was like my 5th time seeing Save Face. It was good as always. They talked about working on a new record but didn't play anything off of any sort of new music. It was all previously released stuff, but they put on a good show. And then Creeper was awesome. They've been like a band I've wanted to see for a while, even though it's not a band I listen to a ton, solely because like the way it's packaged visually, I'm like, this is probably going to be a really sick show. And I was right. They had a tiny stage in a 300 cap club, and they put on a show like it wasn't a 300 cap club on a tiny ass stage. So that was pretty cool. I think they rock. So that was fucking dope. Glad to finally check them off the box and also get to see them headline instead of a support show, because their songs, most of them are pretty long. So we got like 20 songs, whereas a support slot you get like 5 or 6. So that was cool. And then now Saturday, I saw Wage War, Era, Throne, and Fame on Fire.
Fuck, Throne! Fuck, I always forget that they're on that lineup. It throws me off guard every time.
Throws you off guard? Thrown off guard?
Throws me off. Yeah, whatever the fuck, dude.
At the Wellmont.
Not Belmont.
Yeah, not Belmont. Fame on Fire was good. I walked in as they were playing because every fucking time I go to the Wellmont, I hit fucking traffic. It does not matter if I leave my house at fucking 4 o'clock. I'm still somehow going to get there 15 minutes after the show starts. It's just how it goes driving to that venue. I hate it.
Yeah.
So I walked in. They had already played 2 songs. I caught them like in the middle of Welcome to the Chaos. So I caught Welcome to the Chaos and then 3 new songs off the record, including
Full?
I think so, but I'm not entirely sure if I caught that one. I can tell you. Let me
That's the best
see. I missed it. It was the second song they played, but they did play it.
Fuck you, man.
But I caught Nightmare, I caught Spiral and Chains. So that was cool. It's been a while since I last saw Fame on Fire. The last time I saw them, they're opening for Ice Nine Kills.
Right there.
Yeah. Ice Nine Kills Currents and Bad Omens with Fame on Fire, which is one hell of a tour looking back on that. And they were still playing covers at the time. That's how long ago it was. It was pre Welcome to the Chaos is how long ago that it was since the last time I saw them. So it was cool to see them, you know, where they've kind of reinvented themselves. They're just an original band now, and they ripped 6 of their own songs, which is cool. The crowd was into them and all that fun stuff. Throne went as crazy as you'd expect them to, based on their songs and how crazy their studio recordings are. So that was fucking dope. The crowd was into them. They were able to squeeze like 10 or 11 songs in when everyone else, you know, that had a 30-minute slot got 6 songs in.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I love them so much. Genuinely, they're so fucking cool.
So that was great. They put on a good show. And then Era, it's like my 5th or 6th time seeing Era, because they're just on every tour. I haven't went out of my way to see Era once. They're just always there, which is fine. They always put on a good show. Every time I leave seeing them, I'm like, this is gonna be the time I check them out. I'm not even saying that this time, because it's just a fucking lie at this point.
Every single time. Yeah, it's
like, I'll just continue to collect Era appearances, and all of a sudden I'll be at 10 times I've fucking seen the band, and you know, think they're a cool live band, never be upset to see them. Like, if I was at a festival and I had 30 minutes or 45 minutes of downtime where there were no bands that I wanted to see play, and it was like not, you know, I'd go get food and then I'd walk over and watch Era while I ate. Like, it's just it's like, it's fine. Like,
all reliable.
They always put on a good show. The songs are catchy, bouncy, riffy. You know the vibes, and they have good stage presence. I just maybe one day, but I'm not saying post this show I'm gonna dive deep into the Era lore.
Fan.
Yeah, because we're at like 5 or 6 times and I still haven't dove into them. So I'm just done saying it at this point.
It's just if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's gonna have to happen naturally.
Yeah, exactly. Goddamn.
And then the headliner, the reason we were all there, Wage War, was my 4th time seeing them, I think. Yeah, 4th time. They put on one hell of a show. They opened with the opener off the new record, which I was glad they did, because that song sets the tone for the record.
It's crazy, yeah.
And absolutely sets the tone for the live set. They played the first 2 songs back to back, and then they got into the older stuff, and then the end of the set was like 5 of the new songs off the record in a row. So yeah, man, they always put on a good show. It's been cool to watch them grow, watch the stage production grow. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. They put on such a great show. Another band of great performers, and the songs are catchy and all that fun stuff. So it was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Glad I went. All that fun stuff. We'll see all those bands again, and Era just be there.
It's just, I don't know whether they're like attending or actually performing. They'll probably just fucking be there. Yeah, either way.
I did walk past JT sitting.
The hell? You didn't interview him?
No, he was eating like one of the restaurants on the same street as the venue was still open, and he was eating outside of the restaurant on the bench in front of the restaurant. And someone was talking to him, so I didn't want to like stop and bother him. But I was like, damn, like this guy he's just chilling.
Chill as fuck.
Still in the stage fit,
eating on a bench,
like,
man.
Yeah, he was just chilling, eating on a bench outside the venue, and the show literally just let out, and he was just chilling.
Just chilling, mad chilling.
Yeah.
Respect. Big respect. Yeah, fuck yeah. Saturday, I went to fucking Asheboro, North Carolina, and I saw the home team, Arrows in Action, Pulses, and Pallets play. A lot of P's in there. A lot of P's. Yeah. Incredible performance. Pallets was fucking awesome. I attended with my friend, and they are like her favorite band of all time. So that was really fucking cool. I only knew like 2 songs, like word for word. Shout out Sky Blue. That song is fucking incredible. You need to listen to that. I'm so serious. It's like one of those songs. Incredible band. I got to talk with them after the show, and they are genuinely just like really fucking cool people. Then Pulses went up. Finally saw Pulses.
Finally.
5 years in the making. Big fucking deal. Matt was the one I was talking to during the whole, I think I'm going to the show, blah, 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 let me know what the ticket sale, all that shit, so I can, whether or not I buy tickets or not. And then I saw Kevin. Kevin was walking to side stage because they were about to go on, and I like tapped him, and he was like so fucking like he didn't believe for like half a second that I was there. So that was really cool. Then I saw Caleb and David, and we all took a cute little picture. Their performance was fucking crazy. I need them to tour more, like on like these bigger tours, because holy shit, the crowd was into them. Their stage presence was fucking awesome. It was just so cool to actually see them touring and like on a stage like that with that bill. And it was just like a holy shit, why doesn't this happen more often? They're fucking awesome. Great people. Then Arrows in Action went up. Great stage performance as usual. I've seen them like 3 times. I still haven't met them. They always have like a line and shit, so I just go, you know what? I'll see you at the next interview. Yeah. Like that'll be it. Great. I mean, the crowd was like really into them, and it makes sense because in my head, Arrows in Action and the Home Team are kind of like brother bands, sound wise, looks wise. I mean, both the frontmen have fucking long ass hair, so I'm like, yeah, you guys look about the same. Only one's like super tall, and the other one's super short, so it's like it's so fucking funny.
Close enough. They came up around the same time.
Exactly. And fucking Brian from the Home Team said that when the Home Team was very, very small in 2019, they wanted to do a Florida tour, and Arrows in Action was the only band that like reached out. So that's how they met and became friends. So then they kind of blew up together from there.
Yeah.
Really cool. Great band. Great stage performance, all that shit I already said. The Home Team. Okay, let's get into that. Let's dive into that. I've been a fan of this band, like actually I would consider myself a fan since the rollout of The Crucible of Life. The last album was great. I enjoyed it, but I could never fully get into it. I was just kind of like, yes, the Home Team's great. Brian's vocals are crazy. The rest of the band is incredible at their job, but it's like I was never able to get into their last record. Crucible of Life hits. Loud gets released. I'm like, okay, this is some new shit. I'm in. Like whatever the fuck. Yes, I agree. So their fucking set was crazy. Stage performance was insane. Brian's little dance moves, I was like, yeah, you've been hanging around fucking Rob Broco, haven't you? Because I saw his little stomps and shit, and I was like, I've seen that shit before. I know who you're fucking emulating right now. So that was great. It was fucking awesome. I was fucking grooving. I was dancing. I was screaming. Genuinely like one of the best shows I've been to in my life. It's up there. It is up there because it's just such a fun vibe. Like you can't be mad at that. I don't know. I was an entire crowd. Actually, I found this really weird. There were a lot of songs off Crucible of Life where a lot of the crowd didn't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was like one of very few who was like actually like screaming along to like the ad libs or just the fucking verses, the choruses joining in. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing here if you guys don't know their new record? Respectfully, because in my head, the headliner immediately after a record should be the record's tour. So why the fuck are you not studying up? I don't know. Either way, great show. Fucking awesome. Got a picture with Brian and Dan. Sorry, guys, if I was annoying. I just ran like maybe like a quarter of a mile from the Sonic to there, and I was like, it was bad. It was fucking bad. Because I was like, fuck, I forgot to get my shirt. Because I wanted to get a Home Team shirt. So I ran from Sonic after placing an order back to the venue. Went in, got in line, saw Dan, said, oh, let me get a picture with Dan. Cool. And then got back in line, saw Brian, said, oh, let me get a picture with Brian. And then left without my shirt. So that was great. If anyone wants to grab one for me, that would be great. That would be appreciated. But yeah, that was my show. And the night with Sonic. Crazy
Nice.
Water. Great water.
Crazy.
Yeah. Great water.
That's crazy.
Great water.
Oh, That's great. I'm glad you had a good time. The home team and
good.
Arrows in Action.
He sounded
so
great
good.
too.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, chill.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He
didn't chill. He didn't chill.
Never did.
And then on Sunday, I saw Knock Loose, The Garden, Drain, and Military Gun at the good old Stone Pony Summer Stage. Last outdoor show for me of the year. It wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be, so that was a bonus. Military Gun was good. I had heard of Military Gun and Drain going into it, knowing that they're having some hype off the most recent records that they had put out, despite not checking out either album, just hearing about it. So Military Gun was cool. Had some heavy moments. I expected it to be heavier overall because of the bands that they're surrounded by, but they had some calmer songs as well, but it was like it was a nice balance of like in your face and then taking a step back. So I thought they were good. I enjoyed it. The crowd was into them, which was cool. Drain, I've never seen quite frankly, I've never seen a band move a venue like that of that many people, let alone an opener. That was fucking insane. The entire obviously where I was standing, it was like we were all standing there like this, but the front area of the pit and the barricade and even the sides, like that entire part of the crowd was moving. That's for an crazy opener. Was just wild in a room that big. Insane. So like they just went up there and they treated it like they were playing a 250 cap club with no barricade. Like it was wild. And they got
like jumping on stage and shit.
No, because there's the stage is too high and there's a barricade, but like I'm talking about the
Never
way
stop speed. I'm just saying that. Have you seen that shit? Oh my god. Yes.
I'm just talking about the way they had the crowd moving was like it's a 250 cap club where just everybody is moving at the same time. That was fucking wild. They were really entertaining. They put on a good show. The Garden, I don't know, man. Interesting pick.
I wanted to check them out.
Interesting pick for the bill. Definitely not my cup of tea musically. I only checked out the Garden going into the show because I knew they were gonna have the longest set time. They were the only band I knew absolutely nothing about, and they were the only band that had their set list posted going into the show, because we were only 3 days into the tour by the time that this tour hit the area. So besides Knock Loose, who posted their fucking set list on their Instagram, the Garden was the only one that had theirs posted on Setlist FM. So I checked it out and I'm like, yeah, I don't like this. The stage performance was entertaining considering it was two dudes that were occupied by an instrument, but the drummer would come out sometimes and a drum track would play instead, and he would do second vocals and then like jump off of his kit multiple times and do handstands and just like just go fucking crazy.
It's kind of awesome.
Which was pretty badass. Again, instrumentally and sonically and musically not my cup of tea, and definitely the odd one out on the bill. But I understand that that's something that Knock Loose has always wanted to do, where it's like they want to platform the people within their scene, but they also want to mix it up bill wise and not just bring out a hardcore bill for the entire tour, which is fine. I understand that. I respect that. I like when bands do that. But this one, not my cup of tea. I was glad when it was over.
That's fair.
Knock Loose, fantastic. Again, insane to see this band playing a room this big. Was fucking wild. The only downside was not anything to do with them. It was the fact that I guess I ate dinner too early, and by the time they hit the stage, my stomach was rumbling. It hurt so bad. I was fucking hungry, and I haven't done this in a while, but I was tracking the set list to see how much longer until it was over so that I could go get Taco Bell because I was so fucking hungry. But that's no offense to them. That's solely my poor planning.
Your timing.
Yeah, that was my poor planning. So yeah, they put on a fantastic show as always. It was fucking awesome, and just this band is going to continue to rise, and the next time I see them, it might be in an arena. Like I genuinely have no
Madison
idea.
Square Garden.
Yeah, like they might be headlining MSG next time. Who knows? So it was really cool to finally see them headline, because that was my first time seeing them headline. So yeah, it was a good time, good show. And then I was supposed to see Justin Timberlake yesterday, but he canceled. So we're not bringing Sexy back.
Not for a little bit.
Not for a little bit. Hoping for a new date to be announced soon, or for them to officially cancel the show so I can get my money back. Whichever.
Oh, so they just said postponed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they said postponed. I got the email that it's postponed. My ticket says it and everything. So I'm hoping that a new date's announced soon, or that they cancel it officially.
JT gives you your money back.
Yeah, because I would like my money back. If there's not going to be a date, don't keep my money in limbo over there.
Yeah, the trade was Sexy back for money.
Yeah.
So because he didn't bring Sexy back,
no more Sexy
money
back.
should
Money
be
back. Yeah, bringing money back then.
Yep.
Coming up for me, I got Asking Alexandria on Saturday with Memphis Mayfire, The Word Alive, and Archers. Show sold out, so as soon as I found out it sold out, I bought a resale ticket immediately while the resale tickets were still face value, because I was like, as soon as people catch wind, it's going to shoot up. Now resale is $75.
Shit.
Yeah, I paid $45, which is face value of the ticket for mine. That'll be a great time, because I'm a big fan of all the bands on that bill, and I'm very excited to finally see Asking Alexandria headline, and they're playing a good chunk of old songs, so it should be a good time. Although I've heard Danny is not into it because they are playing old songs, so we'll see how the performance goes. It could be the worst thing I've ever spent my money on, but Memphis Mayfire always puts on a fantastic show, and I'll finally get to check I'll finally get to check The Word Alive off of my bucket list and see Archers. So I don't see this being total money wasted, but I'm telling you, if Danny Worsnop goes up there and pretends he doesn't care, I am not going to be a happy camper.
No.
Give it 50%.
Come on, Danny.
Yeah. At least 50. At least 50. Yeah. Give it something.
That's it. You know, that's it. You don't have to, be doing jumping jacks and shit up there. Just like care a little bit.
Yeah, give it some heart. Give it some heart, man.
Yeah. I hope it's just talk.
Yeah. So we've got some music to talk about. It was a decent week, a couple of records, but not a ton of singles, and we like that over here. Just chat about some records and then turn the page, So jumping into it here, Trash Boat dropped the new album Heaven Can Wait. I know how you're feeling about this record, so we'll let you take it.
Okay, I'm going to be really not short about this because I really did fucking like this record, so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to geek out a little bit.
Go ahead.
So, Trash Boat. We've both known about this band for a couple of years at least, just kind of on and off singles, EPs. I'm sure it's been fucking 5 years since we've been doing the podcast, so I'm sure we've reviewed some body of work in that time. Album, there it is. Memory is so fucking fried. That one obviously did not resonate with me, or it didn't stay in my rotation as much as I wish it did. But this album, holy shit, it is fucking incredible. Dick Rider. All right, I'm gonna start right now. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so the intro, it has it's an intro track. It doesn't have like much going on in it. It's just kind of like, hey, the album's starting now. Ooh. And then it goes into Burn, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is fucking crazy. And then it goes immediately into Be Someone, which was a single. So already it's a love and hate relationship when bands put singles like really close to the beginning of the album. But I do always end up appreciating it because it hooks my ear immediately, because it's like, oh, I know this one. Cool. Okay, great. So then I kind of stay looped in, and I stay engaged, and it hooks me in immediately. It's when you front load the fuck out of an album, that's usually when I have a massive problem with it. When it's all of the singles are like the first 5 tracks, that's fucking ridiculous. Then it goes into Filthy / Righteous, Are You Ready Now, Better Than Yesterday. I'm gonna be so real. Delusions of Grandeur, that song feels like it was released like fucking years ago. Like I'm pretty sure that was in like my 2022 rotation.
It was 2023 February.
Early 2023. Yeah, because I was listening to it, I was like, oh my god, this is giving me nostalgia. What the hell? So that was a throwback for me. Happy they had it at the end though, because it made me really excited because I was like, wow, I remember I really fucking liked this track, and I still do. The energy on that song is crazy. I think the way the album flows is incredible. It has highs and lows, but it doesn't feel jagged at all. It feels like it is the natural kind of ebb and flow of the record. I think the vocals on this are crazy. I don't think I have anything negative to say about this record. I want more time with it because I clearly like it a lot, so I want to have this on my album of the year list. But to have it on my album of the year list, I need to spend a lot of fucking time with it. My favorite tracks are, because of the nostalgia, I'm still gonna say Delusions of Grandeur that's still one of my favorites. I really like Be Someone, which was a single, and then I also like Are You Ready Now, and then also The Drip is really fucking good, and Lazy and Liar Liar.
Okay,
so half the fucking record, big fan. Really like this record a lot. Happy to say that I am now a Trash Boat fan. I knew they were gonna be good because here's the mention, because Don Broco brought them out on their UK tour, so kind of seeing them there, no, seriously, because it was a familiar face. It was like oh shit. Usually the bands that Don Broco ends up touring with are in that same circle of chaotic but still fun music. The Home Team, Sky, fucking Trash Boat, where it's just kind of like that type of energy. So kind of seeing that made me go, okay, I gotta keep an eye on them because they're probably gonna drop something soon and it's probably gonna be fucking great. That was proven right. Great job, guys. Big fan. Really fucking enjoyed this.
Hell yeah. I also enjoyed this record, but I remember when Glory texted me and she's like, dude, this Trash Boat record's insane. I was like, I'm glad you like it, man. Because I was like, I don't know. I'm struggling to grasp anything from this record, and I've listened to it twice. Now, since we had so much time here before we sat down to record this, I've given this record multiple listens across multiple days, and that wound up playing into its benefit, and me coming on here not just being like, I thought it was good, but I can't tell you what the fuck happened anywhere. It as I just stated, it took me a second to get into this record, not because it was bad. I was just like struggling to grasp anything to then come on here and be like, here are my thoughts on it. One thing that remained abundantly clear for me from the beginning, of course it's negative, was the opening track into Burn. I'm sorry, man, but there's no flow. You can't have two songs that are supposed to connect together, with the name split, because obviously it's Watching Heaven Burn, and the songs not flow into each other. Watching Heaven ends and Burn starts, just like Watching Heaven fades out and Burn does not pick up that fade out. Burn just starts. That's what bothers me. Just call the first track Watching Heaven Burn and forget about the intro. It felt to me like the intro was an afterthought and was just like thrown on without any consolation or thought about the song that was going to come after it.
That's completely fair.
But that's just like a nitpick. I like Burn as a track, and I like the opener as a track. My problem is solely you can't split the song title and then not have the songs flow into each other, especially when it's an opener. That's That's my opinion.
Doesn't work that way,
Yeah,
guys.
it bothered the ever living fuck out of me the first time I heard it, and it's bothered me after the sixth time I've listened to this record, so I have to say something.
Yeah.
But that is really the only negative thing I have about the record, and it's quite frankly like a nitpick at that point when you do talk about how good this record is. You know, something you mentioned that I agree with is the flow on this record. You know, it flows extremely well, but it's not at any point slowing down. The record maintains a certain level of energy, and I would say that, you know, part of that is almost brought in by the vocals, because the vocals like have this chaotic energy that's not like super chaotic but fits the vibe of the music, that maintains a certain level of energy throughout the record, but it doesn't slow down. So that is really, really good. I like a record that doesn't slow down. You know, slow songs, you know, you can love them, hate them, whatever. As I say on here every week, I like when a record doesn't stop, doesn't slow down, just kicks me in the teeth.
Exactly, and it just keeps kicking.
Yeah. I like Be Someone because it's got Eric from I Prevail. Right. I like I Prevail. You put Eric from I Prevail on a song, I already know where this song is going. It's going heavy. Even if it's a pop band, I know where this song is going.
There's going to be a breakdown.
There's going to be a breakdown. Like, they just put I Prevail on an All Time Low song. Exactly what I just said happened. You put I Prevail on the pop band song, and the song has a breakdown. So Trash Boat's not a pop band. They're a heavy band. So you just throw Eric on the song, and it's going to get heavier because he's got crazy screams. So I like that song. I liked it as a single. It was a standout for me during the rollout. It's a standout for me on the record. I also like Filthy/Righteous, because they've got the Crossfaith feature on there, another heavy band. So when I saw that, I'm like, this is again gonna be fucking dope. I think that song's very catchy. Liar Liar has been the song that has been stuck in my head the most, because that chorus is very catchy, and the vocal effect on his vocals in the chorus is also adds to the catchiness. So I like that a lot. I also like the way the record ends with Lazy. I think it's a nice way to tie the record up, and you know, put a little bow on the package. So I'm glad that I you know, had a little bit extra time with this record before we sat down to talk about it, because I think it benefited me and my opinion on it. So if you're feeling similar to me, where it's like, I don't know if I have an opinion, take a day away, take a few hours away. I took a day away, come back to it, try it again, because that wound up changing my thoughts and actually having me come away with something from the record. Although I enjoyed it from the first listen, I was able to kind of decide how I really felt on it. So yeah, I enjoyed this record. I think they knocked it out of the park, slam dunk home run. And I think people should check it out. They're going to be touring the U.S., headlining. So if it's hitting an area near you, you should go check it out.
Drug Church dropped their new album Prude. So I listened to this record 3 to 4 times because I liked a couple of the singles. There were a couple where I wasn't the biggest fan. They dropped like a slower track as a single, and it just kind of like, it made me go, oh, this isn't the energy that I thought was going to be on the record at all. They have a couple more pockets like that on the record, whether it's in songs or just throughout the record. There are some slower parts, which is fine. You know, you got to have diversity. You got to have different sonic sound, all that shit to make it a good sounding record. It can't just be flat. But honestly, the energy of the record to me just felt a little weird. Maybe it just wasn't for me exactly. Maybe I need to take time away from it, like how you took time away from Trash Boat. Me personally, I listened to it like 4 times in a row and went, why can't I fucking get anything? Why is this not clicking for me? Because as I said before, I liked a couple of the singles that they dropped. So it was just kind of like, what the fuck is happening? I had the sense of familiarity with those tracks that they did release as singles, and I went, oh, okay, I remember this one, I remember this one. But just the entire record, to me, it felt like, energy-wise, it just felt off. Something just felt, I don't know if it was the production, I don't know if it was the track listing. and I can't put my finger on it because it was just like it just felt like it didn't have a direction,
Yeah.
I guess. There
Uh,
didn't feel like one continuous, like, okay, I could see the album's gonna go in this direction. It just kind of felt like this way, this way, this way, this way. And not in like a chaotic sound way, just in kind of like it just felt aimless to me. But I
yeah,
think I just need more time with it. Maybe that's just
I
it.
I feel similarly to you in that sense of like the singles did a good job of showcasing the sounds on this record, the little bit of chaos, the taking a step back from the chaos, but it's still being, you know, rock and heavy driven, although not totally in your face, and then stripping it back and slowing it down. I think that the singles did a good job of showcasing that, and that's what you get on this record. But I feel the same way as you, where I listen to it as a body of work, and the energy I'm getting off of the record feels weird and not the energy that I would expect to get based on what I heard single wise and even what I'm hearing listening through the record.
Yeah.
So I and again, I don't have a pinpoint for you either. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably track listing, because it is more energy driven for me than song wise. I think a lot of this, like, there's not a song on here that's sticking out to me and saying that song's bad.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, they're all good.
Yes. I'm sitting here being like, I enjoy each song, but I sit down to listen to this as a body of work, and there is something that is pulling me away from it. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's probably track listing order, because that would be where like an energy / flow would come from. So yeah, I'm a little bit at a loss with this record. I was expecting to enjoy it more than I did. But it's I think it's the listening experience with the track list that I'm having a problem with. But with that being said, I enjoyed the opener, Mad Care. I like the tone of the track. I like the energy it has, and what it's setting the tone as the opener of the record. I like that song. I think it is a good opener. I also like Slide to Me and Demolition Man. Demolition Man was one of the singles off of the record, as was Slide to Me. So I enjoy the songs. I enjoyed the singles. There is something about the energy of the record that is not for me, not for you either. That's okay. It is what it is.
Because we both still say, like, it's a good record. It's track listing.
Yeah.
I think that's just where it wasn't the track list for us.
Yeah.
And that's fair. Hey, man, I'll revisit it. Maybe I'll make my own track list. That's a fun thing about playlists.
Yeah, true.
There you go.
Digital age. Fever 333 dropped a new album, Darker White. We're just letting Glory kick every single one off today, because I know how into this record she's been, and also how excited she's been. So would it even be fair for me to be like, all right, Glory, you got to stay quiet?
Don't even talk about this one. This fucking record, I'm listening to it right now because that's how much I fucking like it. So, God, where the hell do I start? Okay. Yesterday I had a full Fever 333 kind of, like, I feel that the phase starting. I feel the fever. The fever, there's a fever coming. I was watching music videos for the album rollout. I was listening to the record. I listened to it like 5 times. I showed my family the record. I was like, you guys gotta fucking listen to this shit. My dad's very into it. He was like, holy shit, he's saying some like real shit. And I was like, yes, he is. It's so cool, isn't it? I watched live videos. Like, they got me. That's all I gotta say. Fuck, where do I start? Okay, album. So, album-wise, I think it is incredible. This I'll be fucking honest, first listen, this shit was put on my album of the year list. And it went, like, all the way to the fucking top. I won't say where in the top, but it's fucking up there. Production-wise, Jason produced a good bit of this album, which is really cool. I love when the artists they get their hands in there and are able to actually work with their art from the very beginning to the very end. I think that's fucking awesome. Good job, Jason. I love the sound of the record. I love the hybrid of the rap mixed with kind of the punk new metal. I don't
Mhm.
know how the fuck you would classify
Yeah.
this, but however, what
It's
the fever
yeah,
that
it's the blending of the rap and the rock, but not calling it rap rock.
exactly, not calling it fucking new metal either, because that's what fucking new metal is. I don't know. Okay, so big fan of that. I think it's incredible. I love his flow. I love his tone. It gives me a lot of nostalgia.
Mhm.
I don't know where the fuck he's getting his inspiration, but somewhere in just my music sphere, I've heard that just either growing up or just here in passing. I don't know. Um, I gotta pause it because it's distracting me now. Um, I think the tone of the record is incredible. All of the songs touch on something very real
Mhm.
and very serious, but the way that they approach it is you can opt in and listen to it
Mhm.
and go, this is something fucking serious and shit that's happening now, shit that's been happening for fucking ever.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm getting fucking hyped up because we gotta fucking do something about this. That type of energy, or you can kind of just go, I'm just gonna focus on his energy on the track and the instrumentals and just the entire sound of the track and not think about that. Where I do think that a lot of people should be listening to him,
Mhm.
but the fact, I mean, that's just music. You can listen to the lyrics or you could just listen to the song without listening to the lyrics. I think the way that he's saying it is fucking incredible. He touches on a lot of heavy topics. He touches on gun violence, um, police, fucking he touches on fucking what is it called? Homophobia.
Mhm.
He touches on just the state of America, the state of the world. Um he touches on broken families. He touches on just discrimination, just in general. He talks about growing up in the scene and not seeing anyone who looks like him.
Mhm.
So he had to take that spot, which means a fuck shit ton to me. I just threw two curse words in there that did not need to be in there. It means a lot to me
Yeah.
because that has been a thing growing up. I mean, I've been in the scene for God, oh my God, 9 years.
Long
Whoa,
time. Long time.
whoa, holy shit. And that's always been a thing for me. I've always internally kind of struggled with, do I do I really like belong here?
Mhm.
Because like no one really here kind of like looks like me, whether it's in the crowd, especially in the crowd. It's usually me and like six other brown people in the crowd. And then even fewer on stage. And being able to see a full band of black people is so fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Just natural hair, fucking braids, fucking dreads, afros. I'm seeing that shit and I'm going, holy fuck, why weren't you guys? Well, they were. They started, I had to look 'cause I was like, have you guys been here this whole time? I think their debut single was in like 2018.
Mhm.
So basically, I'm just upset that they weren't in my circle
Yeah.
growing up because that would have been fucking massive. Just like how Pulses was massive when we first started the podcast. It was like, holy shit, hey, you guys are here too. That's fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Um, so that alone made me really get into them because it was like, I have to catch up.
Yeah.
I should have been here for the past like 10 years, but better late than never.
Mhm.
Um, Track listing wise, I think it flows incredibly. I think New West Order is an incredible opener just with the little beat boops at the beginning. And then it just kind of crashes in. I think that's fucking awesome. I didn't like that song at first when it was being teased, and I said that when it was a single. The beat boops, still not like my favorite part, but now knowing what it's going into has made me really enjoy the song a lot more. Um, I mean, fucking screaming 333 till the day we die. There's fever coming. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? That's so fucking tight. Um, honest dude, I could talk about this album forever. The music videos are incredible, and I usually don't look at or watch music videos unless I'm really into the project.
Mhm.
Um, and I watched a lot of their music videos. The one for they just posted something asking for the Grammy consideration for that track. I think it's No Hostages.
Mhm.
Yeah, No Hostages. That fucking music video. is incredible. It is so fucking crazy. You're so right. His energy is infectious.
I've been saying it.
No, it's like how he conducts himself is so I love it. I can't stop watching because it's like, oh my God, you're fucking cool as shit. The entire band just has this just fucking swagger. I love it. A big fan of this album, big fan of this band. I don't know. I'm sure there's more that I could say, but that's all I got. That's all I got right now. Really, really, really needed this record.
Yeah. This record is fucking awesome. It's everything I expected from a Fever 333 album and more. Been following them for a hot minute. I saw them open for Slipknot back in 2021, and then it's been a little bit of a lull period with not too much going on. We had gotten an EP, but the band kind of fell apart outside of Jason. So there's been some uncertainty and not as much fever coming as we would have wanted. That was terrible pun attempts.
It's okay. I let it slide. I didn't give you a laugh, but I'm letting it slide.
Yeah, it was terrible. That was bad. I love the way that the record opens with the there's a fever coming. I'm like, that's just so badass. One thing I've always respected about Fever 333 is their ability to talk about important topics in their music instead of just using their platform as a band to spotlight those issues via social media, via their stage presence, via whatever. They're actively writing it into their music, and I've always respected and appreciated that. Because while it is obviously in our scene, bands use their platforms to talk about these issues, it's not always directly in the music. So whenever a band takes a stance and puts it in writing and then puts it out and says this is what we believe in and we're writing it in the fucking music, I always respect that, and is something that they're not trying to hide it. So something I picked up on as soon as I found out about the band and all of that. So something I've always respected. But as what you said, if you'd rather just listen for the energy, it's obviously there if you want to hear it, but the songs are so chaotic and so high energy that if you just you don't want to think about that right now or and just listen to music as an escape or whatever, you can still listen to this band for that, because with some other bands, it's like it feels like it might be too much of the focus, where it's like you have to listen to and take that in when listening to the band, and I don't feel that way when listening to Fever 333. I feel like I can just listen to it for Jason going fucking crazy if that's how I feel to listen to music that day. So always something I've respected and appreciated about the band. With that being said, and as I already said, I really dig the opener. I think it sets the tone really well. I like the beat and all that stuff. As I said, I love that he says there's a fever coming. I just think that's badass, because I feel like that line just sets the tone for what you're about to get yourself into with the record. It's a more of a rap focused track, which again I think is an interesting way to open the record, because of course I know that they do both genres. I've always listened to their more rock focused stuff because that is like what they played when they opened for Slipknot and things of that nature. So to open a record like that, I'm like, fucking badass. I know it's very much part of the brand and part of what they do. Like, that's fucking awesome. And then they jump right into it with Higher Power, where it's like, don't worry, we haven't strayed too far away from the heavy. It's right there still. So I'm into that. My favorite 3-track run is Swing, because holy shit, that song's catchy as fuck. Murderer and Tourist, because I think Tourist is a really interesting, like, experimental-ish track that I think they execute very well. Weirdly enough, like, as much as I love these super high energy, Fever 333, and it's what drew me to the band, and I think what draws most people to the band. I like when they get a little bit more weird on this record, or a little bit more experimental, or some of the more rap focused songs, because I just think that they just do such a good job with those. It's not normally like me to be like, I gravitate towards the weird experimental, the rap stuff, when there's half the songs on here are exactly what I would go for, and I love those songs, but I also love the stuff that I normally wouldn't gravitate towards on this record, which I think is weird but also really fucking cool. I'm a huge fan of this album. I'm glad to have finally experienced a rollout from the band, because I think it was long overdue, considering how long I've known about them. But I'm really into this. I dig it a lot. I will be spinning this record more, and I'm wishing Jason well on his recovery, hoping to see them out there at some point, but totally understand why the tour has been canceled and they're taking a step back. Hoping that they'll be able to tour off of this record at some point soon, because we'll all be there.
Oh my god, I will travel to like multiple days for this shit. I'm so serious. Like, I can't miss this one. My favorite tracks. I just realized I didn't, when you said your favorite, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't get my favorite. I mean, I could genuinely wholeheartedly say the entire record is my favorite, and I don't have a favorite. But to opt out of that answer that I hate getting in every fucking interview, where it's like, that's like picking a child. It's like, I asked you a fucking question, answer it. Fuck. Higher Power, great single, great music video, great track. I fucking love it. Pin Drop, insane. Shh, quiet. Oh, that fucking beat is crazy. And then when they add the little fucking the snare in like halfway through, oh my god, I love that song. I also I do like Murderer, and I really like Swing. Swing is like my dad's favorite track, I think. Sing, motherfucker, sing, oh my god, it's so fucking good. I fuck with this record. I'm so heavy. I love it so much. Outline and Color and Nightlife dropped a new single, Can You Hear Me?
This is a pairing I didn't expect, but I'm so fucking into it. I'm a big fan of this record. We're tracks, not record. We're past records. We're in singles now. We have been following Outline and Color and Nightlife for a while now, so to see this pairing was, again, not something I expected, but something I am into. I'm glad to see Nightlife on a song like this, because I like the synth inspired tracks that we've gotten so far, but to see them on a heavier song, I'm like, it just fits. Like they've managed to put themselves in the scene anyway, despite making music that is so not what is current in the scene. I think that's badass to begin with. Like, they're out opening for Rain City Drive right now, which is fucking awesome. Like, it's Rain City Drive, Belmont, Until I Wake, Siamese.
They're in
like,
town tonight. That pissed me off so bad.
Like, that's 4 bands that are all like doing a similar thing, and then Nightlife is like 80s synth pop, like, is
it's like, what the hell?
So it's so badass that they've managed to already fit themselves in the scene despite not making the music like their peers, but to now see them on a song that's a little bit more in the scene, it's just like, just let them keep taking over, let them keep doing what they do. Outline and Color have been crushing it as well with their previous singles, and stoked to see whatever is coming from them. I think that, as I've said multiple times now, this is a great pairing. I like this track a lot, and I'm stoked for more from both bands.
Damn right. No, I thought this track was crazy. Definitely, as you said already multiple times, this was so unexpected, so out of fucking left field. But I think it fits so well, and I would love to see Nightlife do this on their own as well, because this is so out of their, what I thought was their range. I thought it was, you're gonna stick to your, 80s synth pop, pop rock, do your own fucking groovy ass shit. I fucking love it. You're great over there. And now they're hopping around, and I'm like, oh shit, crazy song, crazy vocals. The fucking breakdown is insane. I don't know if it would count as a breakdown because there wasn't like a pause, but there was a big scream. Really fucked with the big scream.
Mhm.
Track overall is great. Love Nightlife, love Outline and Color, and I'm so sad because I just got a pop up that was like tonight only, Rain City Drive with Belmont Nightlife. And I went, oh god damn it, guys, come on. So yeah, great song.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Not My Weekend dropped their new single Tied Up. And although it's not officially announced, if you look at the cover art, if you use your eyes, you can see there's a Shimmer Season deluxe edition coming, which I am so normal about. You can tickle me excited about this deluxe edition.
Don't add that to it. Joe, that was one and done. That's not happening again.
I am excited about this deluxe edition of Shimmer Season because I enjoyed that album a lot. So to get more off of that record, more Not My Weekend in general, I will never complain. I think that Tied Up is fucking awesome. It's an extension of the record, and there is no glaring reason why it didn't make the record outside of what feels like, not wanting to have a super long album. Like it fits the vibe of the record, and I think it's awesome. I'm excited to hear the rest of the deluxe tracks.
Damn right, me too. I mean, if Not My Weekend's gonna do anything, they're gonna give you a fucking ass shaker, bouncing ass, happy sounding song. It's fucking Pat's energy with just the vocals. I don't know. I think it's also just his voice as well. He automatically has such a very nostalgic pop punk voice where it's just like, I'm probably going to hear about this song in like 10 years and it's going to be like one of those classics that I hear on the radio. Like, welcome back to fucking 2020s, throwback station. And it's going to be this fucking song. And it's going to be like, oh shit, yeah, this song is a fucking rager. Great song. Very excited for the deluxe, the bonus tracks. Pat, please do not pad it with a bunch of acoustic tracks. And if you do, they're probably going to be great anyways. But it's just like, I'd like two more like at full tracks. That'd be so great. Thank you so much. That's my one request, even though it's probably like already done and shit. But like, you change anything. Really liked the song. Good job, Pat and friends. Sky McKee dropped a new single, Anita, and then in parentheses, I'm losing.
Yes, sir. There's something about Sky's ability to songwrite that makes me feel the same emotion no matter what kind of instrumental is behind it, because the songwriting has not changed at all from Super Whatever, and Super Whatever was a lot more full band, and I would get the same feelings from Super Whatever that I get now from listening to his solo stuff that's a little bit more stripped back. I think that this song's fucking awesome. Like, I think that Sky is an amazing songwriter, and I'm just gonna keep echoing that I'm glad that he's making music again, because it was like, what am I supposed to do when I go through something and I don't have new Sky McKee music to listen to? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to cope now?
Yeah,
we're so back.
We're so back. He's so back. It's incredible. I think the best way to describe Sky's music and kind of the vibe, you're gonna laugh maybe for like half a second. Well, maybe you didn't have this reaction. What was like your first initial reaction to listening to like Neverment by like American football or American based? I don't know. One of the.
What if I told you I've never listened to it?
You've never listened to it?
Yeah, American Sweatpants.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever the fuck they're
American
called.
Apparel.
American. Well, it's just like Banana Republic. Whatever the fuck your name is. Well, when I mean, it's a meme song now, unfortunately. But the first time I listened to it, I was like 12, and someone was like, "You've never heard Neverment?" And I went, "No, what the fuck is that?" And then I listened to it, and it was just kind of almost like a comforting dread, where it's just kind of like something shitty's going on, but it's gonna be fine.
Mhm.
It's like that glimmer of hope. But the song is both of those things, where it's just like something shitty, really shitty is happening, but there's hope. So that is the vibe that I get from a lot of Sky's songs. The mark didn't hit because you've never fucking listened to Nevermind, so maybe
No,
change
but
that.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, where it's like that emotional. I don't know. I really like Sky's shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's his voice. It's very calm. It's very, I don't know, vulnerable. It
Mhm.
feels vulnerable,
Yeah.
and that's why I love Sky's music. Good job, Sky. Another
Yeah.
great track.
Hell yeah.
Another banger.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Right?
Lacuna Coil dropped a new single, Oxygen. Announced a new record coming out in 2025.
God, we're announcing 2025 records now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I think that this song is cool. As as we stated last time, we talked about Lacuna Coil. We're tuning in now. There's a new album cycle now. The album is officially announced. But of what I've heard of them so far, this is like some of the coolest shit I think I've heard from them. I really like this song. I think it's catchy. It's got a big chorus on it, and I enjoy it. I'm excited to see to hear the rest of the record.
Yeah, damn right. This is metalcore, right?
Yeah, it's heavy.
Like 90% sure.
Yeah.
Cool, because I know I'm getting it. I'm getting it now. I know. No hesitation with that one. I really fucking like this track a lot. I love how it opens. It just fucking kicks you in the fucking jaw. The vocals are fucking incredible. I think the breakdown is fucking awesome. I think this track is great, and I'm 2025. Very excited to hear it in 2025, guys. Shit. I mean, this year kind of came and went, in my opinion. But,
So it's October already. Right?
Yeah.
We're coming towards the end here of album announces within the year.
Within a year. Guys, no, everyone should, like, drop in, like, December, like, right now. Like, everyone.
Keep us busy till Christmas.
Exactly. Come on, guys. Make us record an episode on Christmas, actually. Let's do it. Let's do it. I gotta put my tree. I just realized that. It's October. It's time. Coheed and Cambria dropped their new single, Blind Side Sunny. That was difficult for me to read. I don't know why. I'm just having issues.
That's okay. I actually really enjoyed this Coheed song. Sometimes I feel like it might be a little too complex for me to handle when listening to Coheed, but I thought this one was good. Very much a Coheed track of what I expect when they're on here, when I turn them on to listen to them. But I thought this one was a little bit more palatable, a little bit more for the masses. So I enjoyed this song.
Yeah, damn right. This song was bouncy as fuck.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. I liked the energy a lot. Cover art's weird as hell.
Yeah, the cover art is
kind
weird.
of disgusting.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it.
No.
I don't. It makes me feel really fucking icky. So good job, guys. It made me feel something. So that's big.
Half the battle. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, it was just disgust though. So I mean, hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
I really fuck with the song though. I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah. And for our last topic, Like Moss to Flames dropped a new single, Soul Exchange. This is the last track of this rollout from the album that came out earlier this year. This was on the vinyl and is finally now on streaming. It was originally a vinyl exclusive. Now it's finally on streaming. I think this song is fucking awesome. It definitely 1,000% fits on that record. You don't even have to tell me
it
that
wasn't
it's
a B-side.
Yeah, you don't even have to tell me that it's from the same. Like, you could have just been like, new Like Moss to Flames sound, would have been like, this is part of the record. Like, if I didn't know that this was gonna be the last song, I'd be like, they're just putting out a deluxe. Like, duh. Like, it is so. It is written like it's on the record. It is, but I think the most telling thing is the production on the track is just very much like it, because obviously it came from it. So I think this song is awesome. As I said, it fits extremely well. I'm glad that it's finally out, because I didn't get my hands on a vinyl. Maybe when I see them, because I bought a vinyl last time I saw them, so anything's possible. And I'm seeing them twice. Hey. So yeah, I very much enjoyed this track, and I'm stoked to see them a couple of times. In a few weeks here. So if they're coming to an area near you, definitely check the tour out. It is The Devil Wears Prada, Silent Planet, Like Moths to Flames, Greyhaven, and See You Space Cowboy all on a bill together. You can't miss that. And if you are in the Scranton, PA or surrounding areas, night one is sold out, which is the night they're playing of the Motionless in White. But that's such a crazy bill of Motionless in White, The Devil Wears Prada, Silent Planet, Like Moths to Flames, and See You Space Cowboy, that I'd buy a resale ticket for that. I'm just throwing that out there. I'll be there. I'll be there both nights. Different support night too. But if this tour is coming near you, I would argue it is the can't miss tour in metalcore of 2024. This is my Hella Mega right here.
Yeah, this is your what was it called? The Ice Nine Kills.
Trinity of Terror.
This is your Trinity of Terror.
Yeah.
No, Hella Mega makes better sense. Yeah, that's a bigger deal. Never mind. This song's fucking crazy. I loved it a lot. You're completely right. It fits 100%. Usually, sometimes with those extra bonus tracks, B-sides, extended edition, all that shit, there is a tiny bit of disconnect where it kind of feels like, yeah, I could see why this was not on the original track listing. This wasn't folded into the album. It was just kind of tacked onto the side. This one you could have easily fucking dropped in the middle of the album and it would have made sense. It would have fit completely.
Exactly.
I think it's a great track. I'm so fucking excited. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing them on that tour because I saw Silent Planet and Like Moths to Flames and I went, yeah, no, I'll be there. So I will be traveling for that one. Thanks guys for making it fucking difficult to see you and support you. I don't know. But I'll be doing it anyways because I am
Glory texted me out of the blue one day and she sent me the tour poster and she was like, I think I'm going to this.
No, guys, it's crazy. No, because I was so fucking upset because Silent Planet hasn't been to Virginia once this year. Every single tour, it's been like, there's Virginia on the poster, but it will be the one date where it's like, no Silent Planet. The fuck? Genuinely.
They got something against you, bro.
Genuinely. It's like, what the hell is going on? I'll travel. You got me. You broke me down. I'll fucking travel.
And you finally get to see Prada. You better not be like, I'm gonna leave after Silent Planet. I'll come to I'll come to North Carolina and keep your ass in the goddamn venue.
My friend is going for The Devil Wears Prada. I'm going for Silent Planet. So we will both be there. So I'm so excited.
None of that leaving early shit.
Hell
Keep that at home.
Man.
Stay home.
Hell no. Partying, man. Partying.
Hell yeah, so brother. Rock on.
Rock and roll.
That's great. Well, as I said, that's all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good Noise Cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. All the audio streaming platforms under the sun is Good Noise Podcast. Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory's got your Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, your important plugs, your Amazon storefront, your merch, all of that stuff. I'm running out of telling you what she's plugging. She's got a lot to talk about.
You'll hear it. You'll hear
it. Glory, take it away.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Pop Punk Apologist, David Arrington, Tyson from Heal the Hurt, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch sub, Matt again from Pulses. Thank you guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. You guys are great.
Appreciate everyone. You guys keep the podcast fucking rolling. Really appreciate it. Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. If you want to support us even more on top of that, you can also check out our Amazon storefront. It is in the description of our everything. If you're listening to this, it's in the description of the episode. If you're watching this, it's in the description of the video. It's fucking everywhere. If you want to get the camera, if you want to get the mic that I always have off camera, it's there and you can buy it and you can see if you like it or not. And we get a little cut of that, which is great. And it helps us keep the podcast going. Important plugs: Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Free Palestine, ceasefire. It's been over a year since the it's been going for over 70 years. The Israeli-Palestine conflict, genocide that's been happening. But since it's been a year since it's become more mainstream in news
Mhm.
to talk about. So keep your eye on Palestine and just kind of stay aware. It's heavy shit that's happening, but it is also happening. So it's better to be aware of it than kind of just float around in, just trying to avoid everything. Yeah, support small bands, support your friends. Go to that fucking show. Cause I mean, YOLO, man, come on.
Hell yeah.
It's that show's never gonna fucking happen again. Each show is one of one. All the shit that's gonna happen that night is one of one, even if it's the same set list. He's probably gonna move a different way on that show. They're probably gonna move on the stage a different way that show. So I mean, why the fuck not? Um, so yeah, yeah, that's my thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I have been Shane.
I've been
And
Glory.
we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.